being brainwashed is one of the best and underrated ways to become rich. Now, let me explain myself. Whether it's to build an empire, £100 million business, or whether it's to be financially independent in 3-4 years, brainwashing yourself is one of the best ways to become rich. Now, there's loads of distractions and there's loads of ways that can go wrong. But if you manage to just consume the stuff that's the really important stuff that will get you close to your goals, it is so good on changing your mindset. For instance, if you read like 10 books on how to, get financially independent, learn about money habits, learn all about this, and then you watch like people like Gabe Bolt, who's like massive on minimalist lifestyle, and you just brainwash yourself, and that's all you do is consume that stuff that teaches you how to achieve X goal. That is the best way to get rich, and I don't hear no one talk about it. They're all complicated about, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do X, Y, Z, whatever. But I think one of the best ways to do it that no one talks about is to brainwash yourself. Now, out of context, people are going to say, oh yeah, that sounds like a horrible idea. Who wants to be brainwashed? But if you use it strategically, and if you use it properly, how it is intended to be, then that is probably one of the best ways and safest ways to achieve your goals. Because if you watch it 20 times, you could end up getting addicted to the process. You can get invested into it massively than what you did if you watched just 1 or 2 videos. So if you want to, like I said, become financially free in a couple years, execute every single second you have. And it's not all about just the executing bit. There's a lot more to it. It's about the brainwashing yourself and getting addicted to it, but then taking what's there. It's all about consuming and then applying it and then teaching it. So then it gets started into your brain. So you don't just listen to it, but you really live it. And when you live it, that comes from the part of just watching it to consuming it religiously, to then brainwashing yourself to believing that thing can happen. And then 4th, to adapt it and to use it, and then 5th, to teach it, and then you will get there. So it requires a lot of patience and just constant learning and hearing the same thing, which could get very repetitive. But like I said, if you really enjoy it, so say don't do it if you don't want to do a certain thing. Like say if you really want to play the drums, but you listen to piano instead, you're not really going to really keep to it, and it's not going to be fun. But if, like I said, you've got a massive goal to say, buy a Lamborghini one day or a Ferrari, whatever it is, and then you dedicate, and then you look forward to it. That's the kind of brainwash that's really good. And personally for me, that's one of the most underrated ways that no one talks about. So brainwash yourself correctly. Make sure it's at the right sources, which can be obviously very hard at the moment with this era. But yeah, I think brainwashing yourself, listen to the correct people, listen to the correct information, repeat, listen to it a lot, watching it for months and months and months on end, and constantly adapting, using what you learn and keep on adapting is the best way to become successful. There's loads of steps, but as a foundation, brainwashing yourself is one of the best ideas I suggest.